Good day all. I am Dr. T. Arunmuri, Assistant Professor and Head, Department of Commerce, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. I welcome you all for the presentation on Ratio Analysis Part 3 in the chapter Ratio Analysis from the subject Management Accounting. It is based on the curriculum of all universities on this subject. The contents are classification of ratios, format of balance sheet for ratio analysis, and important notes on ratio analysis. Here we move on with the classification of ratios. It is classified into balance sheet ratio, P&L ratio or income revenue statement ratio, and balance sheet and profit and loss account ratio. In the balance sheet ratio, you get the financial ratio, current ratio, quick asset ratio, and debt equity ratio. With the P&L ratio, we have operating ratio, gross profit ratio, operating ratio, expenses ratio, net profit ratio, and stock turnover ratio. We have here as operating profit ratio. Next, balance sheet and profit loss ratio. It is composite ratio, fixed assets turnover ratio, return on total resources ratio, return on own funds ratio, earnings per share, and debtors turnover ratio with creditors turnover ratio. We have the terms used in as liabilities and terms used in as assets. In liabilities, we use the term net worth, equity, or owned funds. What constitutes these are the share capital, maybe the partner's capital, paid up capital, or the owner's funds. When we say reserves, it is general reserve, capital reserve, revaluation, and other reserves. The credit balance in the profit and loss account. Next, the long-term liabilities or the borrowed funds. It is the term loans, maybe from the banks and other institutions, or the debentures, bonds, unsecured loans, fixed deposits, other long-term liabilities. Next, we have the current liabilities, bank working capital limits such as CCOD bills, export credit. Next, with the sundry, trade creditors, bills payable, short duration loans or deposits. Next, with the expenses payable and provisions against various items. Now we move on to the asset terms. Fixed assets, land and building, plant and machineries constitute fixed assets. The original value, the less depreciation is the net fixed assets, or the net value or book value or written down value. Next, with the non-current assets, investments in quoted shares and securities, old stocks or old disputed book debts, or the long-term security deposits, other miscellaneous assets which are not current or fixed in nature. Next, we move on to the current assets, cash and bank balance, marketable quoted government or other securities, book debts or sundry debtors, bills receivables, stocks and inventory, stores and spares, advance payment of taxes, prepaid expenses, loans and advances recoverable within 12 months. Next, we have the intangible assets, patent, goodwill, preliminary or pre-operative expenses, and which appears in the debit balance in profit and loss account. Some important notes for it. Liabilities have credit balance and assets have debit balance. Current liabilities are those which have either become due for payment or shall fall due for payment within 12 months from the date of balance sheet. Current assets are those which undergo changes in their shape, form within 12 months. These are also called as working capital or gross working capital. Next is the net worth or the long-term liabilities are also called as long-term sources of funds. Current liabilities are known as short-term sources of funds. Long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities are also called outside liabilities. Current assets and short-term usage of funds. Next, Assets other than current assets are long-term use of funds. Installments of term loan payable in 12 months are to be taken as current liability only for calculation of current ratio and quick ratio. Investments in government securities to be treated as current only if these are marketable and due. Investments in other securities are to be treated as current if they are quoted. Investments in allied, associate or sister units of firms to be treated as non-current. Bonus shares as issued by capitalization of general reserves and as such do not affect the net worth. With rights issue, change takes place in the net worth and current ratio. Hope the basic concepts in current ratio analysis part 3 you would have understood. Now we would pass on to the next video with ratio analysis part 4. Thank you.